At one time, the pastor there told us, he said, we had come to the conclusion that we were the only Christians in the world. And I said, how did you come to that? And he said that it was either that we were the only Christians in the world or that there were other Christians outside of our country that really didn't care about the fact that we were here. When we shared that with the folks here at Northland, with the leaders here at Northland, it bothered them as much as it did me. And so they began to brainstorm, to dream, to ask questions of the church in Cuba. How can we make that change? And again, the answer that came back time after time after time was, just keep coming back.
For Northlanders who tithe, who pray, who are involved at whatever level that they are capable, it's impossible to see the breadth of how that's reaching people. But in Cuba, what's happening is all those resources and all that effort is being multiplied in things like worship charts, worship music, children's curriculum, Bible study resources, tons of things that we are sharing and utilizing and passing on to them so that they can use right in their situations.
2 or 3 years ago, I sat in just the small living room of that house right there. It's an amazing thing to me to now see what is multiple buildings and multiple levels and stories that's gone from just being a house to being a gathering place.
Just witnessed an incredible service right back here under this little canopy. I mean, we're talking about a garage-sized space where you'd pull up a car, about 100 people packed in here.
You know, they have a church service in basically a garage. It's not actually a garage, it's a carport. They just get squeezed in and they're looking over the fence, but they're real excited about being there. So the opportunity to be able to build something for them, to be able to expand what they can do in that little community is exciting.
6 months ago, none of this was here except the house. Northland is largely responsible for this being here.
Every one of those instruments that were played on that stage tonight, those are all instruments that came from Central Florida, carried down here one at a time, and these young people have learned to play them, and they played them tonight. Not only that, all of the gear, the equipment there, the projector there, the mixing board, everything that was used came from Northland, and I'm so thankful to be a part of a church that sees its resources being used so freely, even here in Havana, Cuba.
The community is ready for a church. They're ready. They want Jesus. They want the gospel. And so as soon as it got planted, it just exploded beyond everyone's vision. And now the leaders here, their vision has grown even more. They want to outreach to other communities that are here, build churches there. So yeah, to do that, we have to train people. And to train people, you need a place to teach them. So we're building places to teach them, and it's just going to grow.
They have a piece of land that they're going to build some classrooms on and some housing for traveling pastors. I was walking the new piece of property that they had. I was the surveyor with my feet. I'd walk off, paces and call them out to Ray Scott, who was with us.
It's like having a baby and seeing the growth. You're proud of it, you're happy, you're excited. All those emotions come out. But what's even better than that, it's happening in a country where that's not supposed to necessarily happen.
You go there with the intent that I'm going to be doing something for someone else. And every time I've done that, I've been changed and given more than I've ever given back.
90% of what you're going to do is relational.
In fact, they tell us that. And if you never come back and work anymore, if you never come back and help us financially, just keep coming back.
And it's just amazing to see how that the church is one church. We are all one body, and whether we're playing in Spanish or whether we're playing in English, it's all the same body.
If you feel at all a challenge to go, I encourage you to go. I think it will be one of the most exciting, most dynamic, most life-changing experiences of your life.
In the United States, it's easy to be a Christian. We have everything. We have all the technology. We have everything that we could possibly have. Here in Cuba, they have nothing. And their hope in Jesus Christ is what they have.
It was 52 years ago that so many people believed that the revolution came to this country. And many here in Cuba and outside of Cuba still believe that that revolution goes on. But I think what we've learned is that the real revolution is happening right here. And you're a part of that.